and a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. On Art House today, we'll see how the auctioneer's hammer went down at Art House Contemporary's art auction. Then listen to practitioners in the art sector talk about how to make it more lucrative. We'll also have your works of art sent in this week and more. So let's begin our art ride. It starts in a moment.
Nigerian art is dynamic because it's the product of cross-fertilization and influences from at home and outside. Many stories matter. Stories have been used to dispossess and to malign, but stories can also be used to empower and to humanize.
Art House Contemporary holds art auctions constantly to promote the secondary market in Nigeria, but this one is extra special because it's a celebration for this art organization.
It's been going on for about 10 years now, showcasing modern techniques, styles, supporting the next big thing, and shopping for a fresh crop of collectors for one of the fastest growing art markets in Nigeria.
We've been alive for 10 years. Our first auction was 2008, and this is our 20th auction. So I think it's a great achievement. We're very excited at Art House about being here today.
As is tradition, it always begins with a night out. This is a time art lovers can take time to really look at the works of art critically and make up their minds about which one they'll go for when the auctions take place the next day. From the look of things, they've made quite an impression.
Oh, it's just the quality of art is amazing. Good painters, magnificent painters, new artists, very nice.
The entire ambience is a demonstration of the high creativity of the African, of the black man, of Nigerians. And what you see here demonstrates the beauty of us Nigerians as a people. And it makes me feel very elated and pleased that we can have this kind of forum to demonstrate the actual creativity that the sky is the limit for the average Nigerian artist.
It's the dream of every stakeholder in the art business, from the artists to the collector, or those you might refer to as the connoisseurs. And of course, it's the dream of every artist to be part of this kind of premium event.
The exhibition, the preview of the works, they cover all strata of collection. You know, there is the masters, there are the upcoming artists that are very, very good, that are very promising. And you can see the potential in them. And so I can see that some experience has been gathered by Art House Contemporary. And, you know, the level of works that are exhibited here for auction, they are very, very commendable. And they go around all areas of art, both the representative art, the abstract art, the contemporary, the modern art, and of course sculptures, which is something that is usually missing in art events like this. You can see a good representation of sculptures and paintings and so on and so forth. So, very commendable.
it from a modern, young generation view. It's nice to see some modern works coming up like this, but I also like the traditional art to see around. And seeing it from new generations, old generations, different perspective is good. So I'll explain to my parents, oh, I like this one. They may not like it. But in future, maybe I can see opportunity to purchase it. And let's see.
The CEO, founder of Art House Contemporary, Mrs. Kavita Chalaram, speaks more about what the team put into consideration when organizing the auction.
We've created a secondary market, and so we get a lot of works in, and we're mainly taking older works, and of course we're always promoting new artists. So if we think they're good, we put them in. We look at our clients, we look at who's buying, we look at what's the best in Nigeria, and that's what we constantly put in.
Then the next day, the main event attracts a lot of anxious collectors, a large number who are either doing the bidding themselves or having their proxies do the honors.
We did a curation of some works. We had one collector who was selling about 25 lots, which did very well. It was an old collection. So basically all our works are really more secondary market, and we're seeing the strength of our modern masters like Ben Nwanwu, Ben Osawe, and Ella Natsui.
At 800,000, with me at 800,000, at 850, 900,050, 950,000. Do I see a million anywhere? At 950,000. Any bidding on the table? 950,000.
There's a familiar face in the mix. Auctioneer John Dabney has become synonymous with the auction house's story.
That's yours, sir, and your number, please. 51.
He's been there from the start and is glad to see that whenever the hammer comes down, the goal is gradually being achieved.
So all in all, an extremely successful auction. We're very happy with it. And the major works, especially Negritude by Nwanwu and Anyanwu here by Nwanwu, very important works and sold very, very well indeed. Equally as well as they would have done on a worldwide market or in London or New York. So we're very happy with that.
Even other works such as David Dale, Ella Natsui, Peju Alatishe, and all the people, Romy Siche, all the artists that have already established firmed their ground as well. So we were happy with all the prices.
There are over 1,000 lots put up for this year's event, featuring modern as well as contemporary art. There's also the charity aspect, where some of the lots support a noble cause. It was no surprise that veteran artist Ben Nwanwu's sculptural bronze piece, called Anyanwu, got the highest bid.
A typical example of a zero to hero story. So that's why I keep encouraging our young artists to keep at it, no matter the work of art you're engaged in. It pays off eventually.
These are the works of art you sent in this week. We'll begin with Elisha's mixed media called Perfection. Then Beauty the African Way is a graphite on cartridge paper work of art done by Yemi. Benjamin Issa has The Fetch, done with acrylic on canvas. Then Plantain Boy is a mixed media work of art done by Pascal. My Story is a charcoal on newsprint on paperwork done by Willis. Matthias Ame has this acrylic on paper work. Then finally, Yewande captures the boxing legend Muhammad Ali on pencil. Those are the works you sent in this week, and we encourage you to always be on the lookout on the show to see if your work of art made the cut.